No one can make you feel bad about yourself unless you let them. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. So the other night I was out and we were out having dinner. And I was looking at different people as they come in and I was watching, kind of their nonverbal communication. And when I was watching them, I noticed that some people were a bit nervous when they came in and, kind of looking around at like, what do people think of me? And, I think we all can feel that way from time to time. And so what happens if someone tries to put you down? Someone doesn't approve of you. Someone doesn't like you. Do you kind of just fall apart and think that there's something wrong with you and then feel bad about yourself? Or do you not even think about it? If someone doesn't like me, I may question to myself, hey, why don't they like me? But beyond that, I don't let it affect me, okay? I don't let someone's view of who I am dictate to me who I am. I know who I am. I know what I'm about, with or without anyone's approval. I approve of me. And so I think the thing about it is this, is if you go around trying to wait for other people's approval, or if you get their disapproval, you may not feel so good about yourself. And the key to feeling good about yourself is that you validate who you are. You don't have to be perfect to be wonderful. You don't have to have a perfect life or a flawless life to know that you are a good person. And you give your own self the validation that you need, the approval that you need, before anyone else is ever probably going to give it to you. Or even if someone else gives it to you and you don't validate yourself, you're probably not going to receive their validation. And so I believe that you have to validate yourself. I even sometimes hear people say, well, I don't know if God loves me. I don't know if, God validates me. Well, I believe that God loves all of us. I truly do. I believe that He loves us. He cares about us. And that the most important thing that we can do is to love God and to love ourselves so that we can love others as well. If we don't love ourselves, how are we going to be effective in any relationship? How are we going to feel like we can be a loving person to someone else when we can't even love ourselves? So we have to have self-love, self-approval. That doesn't mean that we necessarily think that we do everything perfect or everything right. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't make changes to our life. It just means that we love ourselves as we are, as we journey through life, as we journey to become our best selves. Because becoming our best selves is a journey, it's not a destination. And loving other people and approving of other people just as they are. We may not approve of their behaviors, their choices. We may not even want to be around them, but we may love them anyhow, and we may care about them anyhow, and we may approve of other people anyhow. There are people that I approve of, that I love, that I don't necessarily approve of their behaviors. And so we don't necessarily have to approve of someone's behavior to approve of them and to love them. And the same with us. We don't have to be perfect. And so I believe in not looking for other people to validate us. It's great when they do. It's great when we get a compliment. It's great when we get approval. But it's not necessary for us to approve of ourselves. Now, when we're doing something, we may need to get someone's approval. Let's say if we're at work and the boss needs to approve of our work, then that's an important aspect of it. But the boss's approval doesn't dictate to me who I am. It may dictate to me what he or she wants me to do and how they want me to do it. But beyond that, that doesn't define who I am or what I'm about, or even the quality of my work. I get to determine that to myself. Now, the boss may ultimately have a say-so in whether I get a raise or whether I keep the job. And yet, for me, I validate myself first, because I know that until I validate myself first, no amount of validation from anyone else is probably going to make any difference. Okay? So validate and love and embrace yourself first. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.